like a Hellcat.
I missed you, but I can't find the words to say. It's been a minute since I kissed you, but it feels like yesterday. It's been so long since I held you in my arms. The day you walked away, you got me so reckless. Now you're back, got me missing what we had. Show you how I've changed, and even though we might be different now, I think our love could be the same. It's been so long since I held you in my arms. The day you walked away, you got me so reckless. Now you're back, got me missing what we had. Baby, can't you say I just wanna be with you? I missed you, but I can't find the words to say. It's been a minute since I kissed you, but it feels like yesterday. It's been so long since I held you in my arms. The day you walked away, you got me so reckless. Now you're back, got me missing what we had. Show you how I've changed, and even though we might be different now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to review our boy Red Skull with his Symbiote of Vengeance uniform. Alright, so usually we do the character, we check out the character details, their skill first, and then we do the gameplay. But this video is a bit different, and I'll tell you why. But first we'll check out our boy Red freaking Hulk, and you already saw how awesome he is, right? He's like a big giant baby. I don't know, he looks very funny, guys. So his physical attack is almost 19,000, attack speed, ignore, defense and skill cooldown are almost all maxed out. His critical rate is okay because he gets a 30% critical rate increase buff. However, his critical damage is quite low. Okay, so as far as his gears are concerned, for each and every gear I have given him two 5-star energy attack rules. Okay, and I've also given him one 5-star skill cooldown rule. All his skills are maxed out. Okay, the most important skill in his kit and the only skills which you are going to use is going to be his third skill, which has 100% of fire resistance down, his fourth skill which again has 100% of fire resistance down, and his fifth skill, which has that massive buff of 30% all defense and all attack, along with 30% of critical rate increase for 5 seconds. Okay, so well, whenever I look at this particular passive, if you were in front of me, you'd see fumes running over my head, because every time I see something like this, I remember about Hulk. Okay, Abomination has 6% max HP recovery, Red Hulk now has 5% of max HP, and our boy Hulk, he has freaking 3% max HP recovery when Deadpool has 4%. My god. And with this uniform, anyways, forget it. And with this uniform, guys, his leadership is also bumped, which is up to 70% of fire damage. Okay, that's good. His type enhancement is obviously 0, since I haven't realized his potential. His ISO set is stage 6 power of Angry Hulk, and he is rocking a fire damage, immunity to guard break, and 160% damage increase, okay, for one attack. And his uniform is mythic, and good uniform bonus, super armor all defense 15%, and it bumps his leadership. And in case if you're not aware of his uniform options, so these are the uniform option: endgame Ronin, endgame Thanos, Hydra armor Rage Skull, Mysterio Far From Home, and the free to play Avengers 3099 Black Widow. Okay, so as you've seen, he's a great character, great fan freaking tastic uniform for our boy Red Hulk. Okay, and let's show you his skill rotation, which comprises of 3 skills only. Okay, so basically you will do 3. Okay, delayed cancel 3 means as soon as you will see him throwing his dirt bike on top of his enemies, you will cancel it and move on to his 4th skill, and then to his 5th skill. Okay, as soon as he's completed, because the 3rd skill usually take around 3 seconds, okay, the entire skill duration, and the 4th skill takes around 2 seconds to complete. So basically you get 5 seconds of immunity to all damage from his 3rd skill, so you have to be really quick. Okay, and once you're done with that, you will instantly use the 5th skill, which is a complete iframe, and by the time you're done with the 5th skill, the 3rd skill will be available again. Okay, so you just keep on doing same stuff. Right, so I'll show you. So you do just right now, you will cancel. Well, that was a bit too fast. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so let him. Okay, yeah, right now you will move into 4th skill. As soon as you see the big explosion, don't wait, because at that point of time only you will lose invincibility. Okay, and the worst part about Red Hulk is that even if you pay under very low graphic, still you will see his fire all over the screen. You cannot see what Red Hulk is doing, you cannot see what boss is doing. Okay, so it will take you a lot of practice. Okay, and so you have to understand from the time how long a skill take, and only then you have to assume and press the buttons. Okay, well, it took me a bit time to get used to it, but eventually you will. So basically you'll just start as soon as you see him throwing bike, use the 4 big explosion, instantly cancel into 5. Don't wait more. Okay, just as soon as the big explosion happens, move into 5. All right, because exactly when that big explosion happened toward the end of the 4th skill, he loses the immunity from the 3rd skill. Okay, so you have to move into the 5th skill. It's quite a very easy rotation, and he has a short cooldown, so it will not be difficult. Suppose if you are using a damage proc like me, or even a CDPF energy, then your rotation will be slightly different toward the beginning of the skill. Like you will start with 5 so that you can proc on 5. Okay, as soon as you are done, you go back to our usual skill rotation, cancel 4, big explosion, insta cancel into 5, and you will proc on 5. Okay, so his skill rotation is very easy, guys. Even with rage, you will just start with 3, cancel into 4, big explosion, move into 5. So basically even into rage you will do the same, because otherwise apart from these 3 skills, if you use any other skill, he will be vulnerable and despite that 5% of max HP recovery, he cannot really take damage. Okay, so you have to be very, very, very careful, right? So he's quite easy to play character, guys, and very good character. Okay, don't get me wrong, but the reason why I show you the gameplay first and everything regarding the character later, because I wanted to ask you guys one question. Despite the character being very good, my one question is your resources. Okay, well, see, we are YouTubers, we have to get these uniforms so that you learn from our mistake. Okay, so I tell you whether if this uniform is a must buy or not. For me, it's not at all a must buy. Now you might be shocked. My god, you at the beginning of the video you showed us how great he is. Well, yes, absolutely, he is very freaking great. But tell me one game mode where you can use him apart from Shadowland, right? Name me one, any high stage, okay, high level game mode, okay, for high level players, okay. Because suppose if he was a universal character, okay, I could have used him, or rather we could have used him on the, what was that called, yeah, squad battle for this particular with this particular team. Okay, universal superhero main humans. Okay, so he'd have come under this. Okay, as you can see, I use my Ghost Panther. Okay, he just has a fire damage proc. He doesn't even have a CT of energy, and he can score a million. If I repeat, I can score a million, but I'm not interested. I just play it once and that's it. Okay, so if I can score a million with Ghost Panther, okay, well, why freaking not? If Red Hulk could have been universal, you could have used him in Vibranium squad battle. Now comes to World Boss. Okay, I've tried him against Proxima, and I'll be very honest with you. Okay, the fire resistance down is a very good skill. However, it isn't really effective against Proxima Midnight. Okay, because fire damage, fire resistance down, it does minimum damage to Proxima. You will not get much benefit out of it, as you have already seen in the video. In fact, you saw that whenever Abomination applied his all defense down of 60%, there was a massive spike of damage, guys. Okay, so when it comes to all defense down for Proxima and for all the other world bosses, most of the world bosses, okay, all defense down is much more useful compared to resistance down, except for Ebony Maw. Okay, and now if we come to Ebony Maw, all right, now you will say fire resistance will work on Ebony Maw. So if you go to Ebony Maw, okay, Ebony Maw will have, let's go to high stage, suppose like even 60 or 50. Okay, even in stage 50, okay, he has very high physical resistance. Okay, as you can see, damage from physical type is reduced, and damage is reduced as long as it is not an elemental attack. Even though Red freaking Hulk has elemental attack, but he has physical damage, guys. So despite that a fire resistance down, he will not do very good. Maybe if you give him a CTP of rage, he might fairly do a good job, but he will still not be able to clear 70, even 70s or 80s. Okay, maybe he could do 60s of Ebony Maw. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not going to try him out with the CTP of rage, obviously. No, not gonna happen. Alright, so you see that you cannot really use him on Ebony Maw. Yeah, obviously you can use him as a leader for Cyclops maybe, and that's also provided your Cyclops doesn't have the CTP of inside. If it does, then you get screwed, because there is no other fire damage character who you can use against Ebony Maw. There is a well, Jean Grey, but most of our skills are not fire damage with either of her uniforms, unless you want to use her base look, then you can use a Red Hulk's leadership, right? And for Red Hulk himself, I have tried Proxima Midnight. Okay, with his own fire damage leadership, he is doing less damage compared to 60% all attack or 60% physical attack from Crescent. Okay, he is doing much more damage than 70% fire damage leadership against Proxima Midnight. Okay, so physical attack or all attack leadership benefits him more compared to fire damage leadership against Proxima Midnight. Okay, because Proxima Midnight has hidden, you can say, elemental resistance. All right, so that doesn't really work, and so he doesn't really works out in high level wall bosses. Okay, you're not going to do anything with him in alliance battle extreme. Okay, because combat hero day, okay, come on, Namor is going to be is the king of combat hero day, including Captain America. Okay, and on combat hero day you have to unequip Namor's uniform. Okay, so once you unequip his uniform, all his skills are not are just plain physical attack instead of fire attack, which is with his uniform equipped, right? So now since they change Red Hulk to hero, so you cannot use him with Namor on combat villain ABX day either. Okay, so where do you use him? The only one game mode that is left for you to use is Shadow freaking Land. Okay, so if you want another Shadowland character, go ahead with him, or if you just love the character, then go ahead with him. Well, I'm not at all saying that he's a bad character. In fact, I'll tell you that he's a very, very good character, and he's a fun character to play with, guys. I really love playing with him, but there are not many game modes where you can use him. Okay, and suppose if you are low on resources, you are low on crystals. Okay, so you have to be very choosy, unless you are a whale or you have a lot of money to spend on game to get each and everything, so you can get everything that you want, right? But if you are limited on resources, then you have to be very careful, be it either with your crystals or your in-game items. All right, you have to be choosy at times. As I've told you, if he's your favorite character, Red Hulk, go ahead, get him. He will not disappoint you. Means even in general, even if you get his uniform, he will not disappoint you. But you cannot really use him in any game mode, not in Alliance Battle Extreme, not in World Boss Ultimate, and in most of the cases. Okay, maybe some low 40, 50, 60, level 60 if you can really use him well, and that's about it. Okay, because even if you are playing against Proxima Midnight, you are not using Red Hulk's own leadership. Okay, so I'll leave it up to you whether you think that it's worth it to invest on his uniform or not. Despite of him being a good character, Netmarble has designed him in such a way that you cannot really, means he's not good really in any game mode. Okay, he's just like jack of all trades and master of none, right? So that's it for the video, guys. I hope this was an informative video for you guys. I hope this will help you with decision whether you want to go ahead with the purchase or not. Okay, and decide for yourself. So these are just my observations, so I could be wrong, so you can see the video and you can decide. Okay, so anyways, guys, I hope you guys had fun and hope to see you guys soon in another video. Till then, take care and have fun.